being a runner by surprise and finishing your full marathon in 3 hours and 53 minutes in a very short span of time. How does it feel?
See, accomplishments always feel great,
Uh-huh.
but I also don't take them seriously.
You used to travel to Pavagadh and do your hill runs, and you asked your mother-in-law to accompany you for your hill runs. Tell us more about it.
So I needed a support. As a female runner, you need a support to kind of run that distance. So she wanted to see that how tough is this Pavagadh climb. So in the smaller runs, the 10-kilometer runs, she came with me.
Wow.
And she then realized that it was very tough.
Very
and she
tough.
realized that her daughter-in-law has been doing crazy things.
Crazy thing. Welcome to Miles of Inspiration. Today, our guest is Natasha. People have started knowing her as a runner, but she got this identity by her performances. She runs with grit, grace, and pace. With her fast speed, even wind would get jealous of her. She's a great runner. Just keep an eye on her. She's here to do big things. I'm very happy to welcome Natasha. She's a friend and a run buddy. Hi, Natasha.
Hello.
You have always been a gym girl. How did running come to you?
That's right. That I've always been a gym girl, and I thought that I could run. So, and I used to always ask my trainer, "Can I run 5 kilometers?" And he would tell me, "Ma'am, you can run aram se 10 kilometers." And this was all during COVID, and I kind of used to see the Baroda Marathon posters, you know. And then one day there was this person in the gym, and he was a new guy in the gym. So he said, "You know what? You can run." When he used to see me working out. And then I said, "Yeah, I know I can run." He said, "Why don't you join us then?"
Okay.
So this person is Asif bhai. He was the one who kind of consistently reminded me that you were supposed to join us for a run. You are supposed to join us for a run. Why don't you come and join our group?
Okay.
And gradually, I think it took 3 months for me to kind of participate in that first 10K race.
Okay. Okay.
And so I attribute the person who pushed me into running, I would say that is Asif bhai.
Asif, no? So the person who make you run is Asif. Okay.
Who
so you should thank Asif, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I big thank you to him.
Okay. So nice, yeah. So from that day, being a runner by surprise and finishing your full marathon in 3 hours and 53 minutes in a very short span of time. How does it feel?
See, accomplishments always feel great. But I also don't take them seriously. You know, you feel happy for that day, your friends, your community, they appreciate you, they acknowledge you. But then I think that moment is always for me very temporary. The next day, life is the same as usual.
But we take you very seriously, you know, we take your achievements so seriously and so proud of what you have achieved.
I'm very grateful. I'm grateful.
And then you finished half marathon at Vadodara Marathon in 1 hour and 52 minutes, which was great. Then you conquered Ooty Ultra Run 60 kilometers and won yourself a podium in second place. I have seen you working really very hard. You had to train yourself at Pavagadh. You used to travel to Pavagadh and do your hill runs. And you asked your mother-in-law to accompany you for your hill runs. Tell us more about it.
So yes, after Mumbai and after Baroda Marathon was not the race on my list. I was scolded for doing that race.
Okay.
But for Ooty, I had like a couple of weeks, say about 6 to 7 weeks to train for it. And every Sunday I would have to go to Pavagadh because it's a hill run.
To train for your hill run. Okay.
Yeah. And I would have to do 30, 40, 46 kilometers.
Wow.
And for a single person, because nobody else was coming with me for this race.
Because we were all done with our runs. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So there was, so I needed a support. As a female runner, you need a support to kind of run that distance. There's a young chap who's been after me and who's been saying, "Didi, can I?"
We must take his name.
Okay. So Dhruv has been this young boy who has caught me while running and asked me, "Didi, can I run with you?" And of course, I said, "Of course you can."
Yes. Yes.
So since then he has been like my shadow. He's been, wanting to know and very curious about running. And because he's young, his pace is very good. So as a support, I took him for my longer runs.
Okay.
And he was there with me to kind of give me water, to kind of for the nutrition, the food that I had to eat during those runs. So he has been he was there as a good support system.
Run buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in the smaller runs, my mother-in-law, she kind of volunteered to come with me.
That's really so sweet, and I find it very sweet, actually.
Yeah. So she wanted to see that how tough is this Power Girl climb. So in the smaller runs, the 10-kilometer runs, she came with me.
Wow.
And she then realized that it was very tough. She
tough.
realized that her daughter-in-law has been doing crazy things.
Crazy things. I understand that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really sweet of her, and good that, family support is extremely important.
Very important. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Very important. So all these trips had to be coordinated, organized, planned. So yes, I think training for these ultra runs, they need a lot of planning. They need a lot of you need a lot of support.
And schedules and
absolutely balancing everything. Absolutely.
And yeah, also tell us about that podium experience in Ooty Run.
So the Ooty Ultra race, I had no idea what I was going in for. I was very unfamiliar with the terrain. I didn't know what was coming up my way. And what I knew was that it is going to be tough. To be honest, within the first 5 kilometers of the race, I really thought that, why am I doing this? I really thought that, why did I even sign up for this?
Every runner story.
And I thought maybe I should have just done 30K. That would have been more doable. I have to run for, I have to run till, the afternoon. Why have I put myself through this? But as I continued running, and, when you kind of just run, then there is nothing else that comes to mind, right? So I just ran, and I didn't know that I was, I was in the front line or not. I had no idea.
Whatever, yeah.
But all I knew was that it was tough, because downhill was very tough. But I told myself, I mean, the last 10 kilometers was uphill. You continue running, and then you continue enjoying, right? Because you're meeting new people.
True.
And then everybody is inspiring each other. And then it's so beautiful. Ooty is actually so beautiful. So you're also enjoying the beauty of the
nature.
Of the place. Okay. So I made it a point that I will run, and I will try to finish under 8 hours.
Okay.
And that is what the plan was. And I finished in 7 hours 58 minutes.
Wow.
So, and then when I reached the finish line, then that's when they said that you
won the podium.
You won second place.
That's so amazing.
Yeah,
so amazing.
And then it felt good. It feels like, whatever effort you've put in for those
all those weeks, training days and everything was worth it.
It was worth it. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. So it was a special experience. I would say so.
I'm sure. How has running changed your life?
I'd say, I have always been a disciplined and committed person. I think running has made me a little more disciplined. Yes.
I'm sure.
And I have been committed to it, Now for me, like you said, I was a gym girl. I'm still a gym girl, but I think I maybe would place running above the gym now.
Above the gym now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So, and in that sense, running has also helped me really, discover my potential, dealing with, mental challenges, mental blocks, barriers.
True.
So those were so when you are putting yourself, your body and your mind to test, how you kind of, navigate through those challenges. What do you tell yourself when you say that I want to give up?
And then you don't give up, actually.
And then you don't give up, absolutely. So I think that it does contribute to the person in a very wholesome manner.
And you think nutrition is important for runner? Because I know how careful you are about what you put in your mouth. Tell us about it.
Yes, I think this is something that I've learned, over the years.
Okay.
Although my running experience has been very limited, but I think I've grown to kind of also understand that nutrition, hydration is so important for runners. True. Along with your strength training and mobility, workouts as well, equally important. But yes, nutrition, hydration, so important, especially when you train for your your marathons, your ultra marathons. The nutrition is
Long
so
runs,
important. Yes, long runs, right?
Yeah.
It's the nutrition does not only play a role 1 week before race.
Yes.
Yeah.
So throughout you have to eat well and eat properly.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
Natasha, what is running to you? A self challenge, competition with other runners, or a new found passion keeping you high?
To me, I think running has been, like I said earlier, it's been just discovering myself.
Okay.
I see it is you take up challenges. Like I have kind of decided that there should be one challenging race every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I take one challenge. So it
Uh-huh.
could be like an ultra. It could be, let's say, running on a terrain which is very difficult. Like last year I did the Ladakh marathon.
Okay. Okay.
It could be something like that.
So Ladakh was 42 full marathon?
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think competition with other runners, I think that is, you learn from other runners. There are always people who are
You
more
get
seasoned.
inspired of their achievements.
Correct.
And if you like, you don't take them as competition, but rather you take them as lessons to be learned from them, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because they've made a mark. It's not only how fast they run, they could be having many other aspects that you can take away from them.
I'm sure.
And there are always more seasoned people. There are always people who are going to be better than you.
True.
So it's not about competition, right? So there are many aspects to running. It's not just the running part of it. It's also the togetherness.
True, very true.
Yeah.
You meet community and you are among them.
Yes.
That itself is a great high, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
The little chats. And if you run with me, I'm a great talker. I will talk through the runs.
We know that.
So that's something which I really enjoy. So I will not stop talking. If I run in my base pace, I will not stop talking. So I really like that. Knowing people, talking to them.
With that note, I would like to ask you that, is running buddy important?
That's, I think, a good question. I think for me, it is because of these running buddies, whether it was Asif bhai, my constant running buddy Sameer bhai, and also Gaurav. These people, I think, right from the beginning, when I got into running, I didn't even know what a half marathon was. I didn't even know what full marathon was.
What the distance is.
What the distance is. I didn't even know what pace is. I had no clue of anything. But it is through these people that you kind of, you learn. And these running buddies have helped me understand more about running. I've asked so many questions from them. Through the runs, I've talked to them.
And vice versa.
And the compliment that I get, when we run with you, we don't even know that the run is complete and it's over.
So that's a compliment to you.
Yeah, because my talkative nature. So that's there. So having a running buddy is also important. On a serious note, on days where you doubt yourself, when you don't want to show up, the run buddy is, that's where the run buddy comes.
That's where the run buddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or when it's raining and you think that I don't want to go, but Sameer bhai says, "Ha, Natasha, I'll be there." And then you say, okay, if Sameer bhai is going, I have to show up.
So because of him, you have to go. You push yourself to go because of your run buddy.
Absolutely. Or on days when he's saying that I can't lift this much weight, and I said, come on, you need to do it.
I know.
Yeah. So we push each other. It's good to have somebody, even if you're not training for the same races. It's always great to have somebody to work out with, to do your training with.
True. So what would you like to tell other runners who want to do better in their running?
Firstly, I'd say that, what I will probably speak from the experiences that I've had. I think the first thing that's very important is join a group. Have a community.
Okay.
When you start running. That's the number one thing. Second, I would say, which is also very important, is go slow.
Okay.
Be patient.
Start slow.
Okay. Right? Just after a couple months in my first year of running, I did a lot of races. I would never recommend anybody to do that. When you see,
do not jump into events immediately when you start.
Multiple events.
Don't do multiple events.
Don't do multiple events. Okay. And because that takes a toll on your body.
So I know there are pressures from events at times, and there are pressure from buddies, So, but you have to control yourself.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. Okay. Because yes, your buddy can sign up for this race and that race, and
you get tempted
you
to
get
go.
tempted, yes.
I
But
know.
you have to kind of hold yourself back, and that is something that I've also learned in this past year, you know,
To say no.
to say no to yourself, to say no to your temptations.
Yes.
Yes, that's so that is how you kind of take care of yourself as well.
So okay, Natasha, so from this platform you can thank anyone that you want. Sometimes we forget to thank people that are supporting us, right?
Yes.
So who would you like to thank?
I think the first and foremost has to be my husband. He has been a constant source of support.
Okay.
He has accompanied me in all my long runs.
Amazing.
Yes. And he has been, you know, the back end guy for me.
I'm sure, yeah.
And of course, you know, my family, my in-laws, they've also supported me through this. My parents, my mother, who's always amazed that from being a couch potato, how are you into running? As a child, I was never into sports.
Okay.
So yes, my parents, my sister, who has been a sports person.
Okay.
And she always encourages me to talk about running. So because that's
also very important.
Yes, yeah. You want somebody to hear about your running stories.
I know.
So and lastly, you know, my running buddies.
Okay.
And run with Dina group, because it is that community that I was first part of.
Wow.
I started running with that group.
Okay.
And with Dina ma'am.
Thank you so much. It is absolute pleasure to have you, Natasha, and so nice. I was just listening to you like this. I really enjoyed talking to you. Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you so much.